right. I can tell from where I'm standing. A girl like that is too demanding.
Was wollen die denn jetzt von uns? Daniel schon wieder?
Some time ago, there was a temporal disruption involving the USS Enterprise C.
Ja,
We
davon habe
thought
ich
the matter
gehört.
was fully resolved, but there was an oversight. We need to find one of the Enterprise C survivors, a temporal duplicate of Starfleet Admiral Tenay. Until we reconcile her displacement,
Ich
the
dachte
timeline
eigentlich,
is
da
in
war
jeopardy.
nichts und ich erinnere.
There's one person in particular that can provide the location of the survivors, Sela of Romulus. We believe she's
Sela
operating the
und eine
Cytor system.
anomale
Meet me
Tenä.
there to search for Sela and enlist her aid.
Okay,
Stay safe out there.
dann begeben wir uns da dann mal wieder hin. Wohin? Natürlich schickt uns Daniels wieder ganz weit woanders hin. Das ruft nach einem Transwarp. Sita-System, wir kommen! Jetzt habe ich kein Ladeschirmlied gehabt.
If she's here, we'll need to draw her. It's not easily found if she doesn't want to be. In the meantime, there's a structure on one of the larger asteroids, but the mineral content there is making long-range scanning difficult. I recommend we... Our intel shows a lot of
Okay,
Romulan activity in
Sela.
Sela's name.
Große, böse, romulanische.
Command believes she's planning an assault of some kind.
Ha,
and
ich bring
gathering
einfach mal
tactical
wieder ein paar Bird
resources.
of Prey ins Spiel.
This looks like an abandoned Tal Shiar base, or what's left of one.
So, lieber Außenposten, was erzählst du mir denn?
It looks like the interior has been stripped of anything useful over an extended period of time.
Romulanische Schiffe enttarnen sich. Ha. Ja, was machen die sonst, bevor sie anfangen zu schießen?
Romulans are going under cloak. They're disengaging.
Target's shields have failed.
Those ships were older, but battle-ready and in good repair. It's unusual of them to run so quickly. We should stay sharp.
Folgen Sie ihrer
As
Spur,
long
wir
as they
werden sie
keep
zwingen,
leaking
sie zu
plasma,
enttarnen. Das kann ja nicht sein
follow
hier.
their trail.
Ja, dumm gelaufen, wenn man da so ein Leck
not
hat, das
trying to
einem
lose
total
us.
die Flucht versaut.
I've
Ne?
got a bad feeling about this.
Hui. Ein bisschen Ausweichmanöver hier durch. Navigieren.
Unidentified ship?
Unidentifiziertes Schiff.
No.
Gut, wir wollten zwar nicht kämpfen, aber wir tun das jetzt noch. Traktorstrahl, sag ich nur, Hülle polarisieren, Tante.
Fine.
Hallo.
We'll talk. Cut to the chase and tell me what it is you want.
Wir wollen einen bestimmten Talcher-Gefangenen haben.
I'd wondered when you'd get around to looking for the Enterprise C survivors.
Wo immerher die das weiß, sagen Sie mir, wo die
When the
sind.
Enterprise C survivors were taken, my father agreed to let the rest of the crew live, so long as Lieutenant Yar served as his concubine. She was executed, but my father held to his word. I am aware of their location. but I will only take you there if you
Ja, die sehe ich lieber in der Brick als
And what
woanders.
assurances do I have that I won't simply be executed? I will not agree to my death.
Also, Sie haben mein Wort.
If I agree to this, I will be held in house arrest, somewhere reasonably pleasant by my own standards. I will not be cut off from access to the outside world, and I will not be given
Ach, erzähl
any
mir
sort of
sonst was.
death.
Wir können das bestimmt irgendwie einrichten.
The survivors of the Enterprise C were sent to a Tal Shiar prison world. Set a course for the Pictet system.
Reizendes
I shall
kleines
make my
Schiff.
way to the bridge of this.
Mein Pott ist mindestens genauso groß wie deine Deridex-Tante. So, und im Picta-System geht's also weiter.
I'm reading several Tholian ships on sensors, along with some unusual temporal fluctuations. Tholians
Okay,
This is the Pictet system, one of many worlds where the Tal Shiar would send assets important enough to
ja, Schilde hoch und bringen sie uns rein. Hallo, ich bringe Geflügel mit, nennt sich Bird of Prey.
Do not intrude. The anomaly will be eradicated. Leave now.
Ne. Ach, okay. Das mit dem Feuer. Als hätte ich es getan.
The Tholians were performing a detailed scan on that anomaly. Something caused it to destabilize quickly. Not a good sign.
Gut, also eine Anomalie, die verschwindet. Das ist so eine Art Déjà-vu. Das kommt mir bekannt vor. Nicht, dass ich dann hinterher noch...
The anomaly will be purged, as will you. Vengeance of the fallen.
Okay. Uns beseitigen. Träum weiter. Dies ist die Webtherapie. Man beseitigt uns nicht. Aber die Anomalie hat sich schon wieder verknispelt.
Another temporal anomaly. It was emitting high levels of tachyon radiation and chronotons before it dispersed. I'll need more data, but
Mehr Daten, ja dann also...
scan one. I want to see what they were so interested in.
Puh. Hier gibt nur einer Befehle.
My most sincere apologies. I am so used to command and to quick efficiency. I just thought perhaps it would be better if we continued with the mission before more Tholians show up. We can stand around and talk if
Das
you
kommt mir
like.
alles so... Ugh. Ist ja mich irgendwie an eine... Tascha ja in mächtig oder so. Ugh. Zeit, das Ding hier zu scannen. No. Anomalie.
based on these readings, I believe I've found an origin point for these
Oberfläche.
anomalies. They're coming
Okay.
from
Ach, aber erst kommen noch Spinnen. Okay. Ich wäre ja sonst ganz normal runtergegangen. Aber wenn ihr Ärger wollt, dann könnt ihr sowas von haben.
all clear. We should check out the planet while we can.
So, nachdem die uns gestört haben. Ich denke, wir müssen unten auch mit Ärger rechnen. Na, schauen wir mal.
detecting signs of habitation, but there's a lot of temporal...
Assemble your most able crewmen and... Well, this is yours.
Ja!
You give the orders.
Okay. Ja, Tandy, ich weiß, du würdest gerne mit, aber ich hätte doch jetzt mal ganz gerne unsere Abteilung Technik und Ärger.
We've beamed down into an open courtyard within what's left of the Talshiar prison. Doesn't look like it's been inhabited for...
The shipments of supplies stopped long ago. Anyone alive down here will have a hard time. I suppose that's too bad for Admiral Tanea. That is what this is about, isn't it? There are two of her and no one else.
Es gibt nur, sie ist die einzige, von der es zwei gibt. Oh, super. Das sind ja mal Statements.
This world was abandoned by the Talshiar decades ago. I doubt there's anyone left. The survivors of the Enterprise C might have left personal items behind.
This datapad dates back to the late 23rd
Die haben wir
century.
gleich im Petro.
It lacks power.
Da ist noch so ein Ding.
This place hasn't been inhabited for a while. Thing is, the tricorder's giving a range of time from 3 months to 30 years. We're dealing with some serious temporal flux here.
Also das hier ist zwischen 3 Monaten, 30 Jahren. Hab ich mal schon mal gesagt, dass ich temporale Sachen irgendwie kopfschmerzig finde?
That's one of the temporal anomalies. I wouldn't recommend entering its area of effect. From what I'm reading,
Ja, da würde ich jetzt auch
contact
nicht
with the anomaly
freiwillig
will
rein,
do
aber
considerable damage to anything organic. That being said, I believe we can deal with this. Stand over there, and between the two of us, we should be able to nullify the anomaly.
okay. So, dann gehe ich jetzt mal hier hin und als Zweckwaffe Tricorder, heute in einer temporalen Unsichtbarkeit. Ein Schmetterling! Mein Tricorder hat sich in einen Okay. Chefin, was haben Sie da geraucht? Tandy, hörst du mit? Ja, klar. Oh.
Someone's been here recently. The tricorder's picking up numerous signs of habitation in the area. By the look of things, someone stripped this area of all useful items and moved it. This gate appears to have been locked from the outside. Perhaps when we disrupted this anomaly, it seemed to fracture, forcing more anomalies into our timeline.
Wir machen da mal
The
die
gate
weiteren
controls are
platt.
trapped within an anomaly. We'll have to disperse it to use them.
Okay. Meine beiden Techniker haben irgendwas Faszinierendes gefunden. Und ja, so ein
Looks like some of the
Display,
closed
das einem
gateways
sagt, hier bitte jetzt
Find another spot.
Weltherrschaft erlangen oder so. Finde ich cool. So, jetzt müssen wir hier durch. Dann an den vorbei. Und dann Da lang. Ha. Bu, bu, bu. Mein Tricorder ist
I think
immer
I
noch
can see a
unsichtbar.
clear path to the controls.
Wie soll ich den eigentlich ablesen? Und jetzt muss ich da auf die andere Seite von dem Gitter. Futtlibu.
The gate's open. Try to disperse where you are. It should open an escape path for you.
Ha. Das habe ich sozusagen freihändig erledigt. So, wo sind jetzt meine... Hallo? Kommt ihr mal bitte zu mir? Na also.
Excellent. The gate's open, and we can continue our search for Tanae. Well done. Before we move on, I've managed to bring the datapad online again. It might contain clues on what happened. Looks like it's a personal unit. The primary user is...
Tatsächlich Tascha, ja. Und ich habe hier Seele, aber...
Give me that. The first entry dates to 2389, nearly 40 years after she was executed. Or at least 40 years... I am Natasha Yar, security chief for the Federation Starship Enterprise D.
Uniform, dieses kackbraune...
At least, that's who I was. For the past 4 years, I've been Tal Shiar prisoner 24601. But even that changed a week ago. Our regular supply drops from the Star Empire stopped 3 months ago. The Guard, we've managed to recover some data pads like this one, but there isn't enough here for us to call for help or escape. I'm leaving this record in case anyone comes looking for us. Sela, if you find this, I still love you. I've missed you.
Na, okay.
Lieutenant Yar was
Jeder hat
supposed to
eine
have
Mutter.
been executed. My father said it happened. There were witnesses. How can... Clearly, the Enterprise C survivors were here, but something drove them away. Something more than the loss of supplies. We should continue
ja.
looking for the survivors.
Lass
It
uns
would
mal
not
die
have been the
zweite...
first time. No doubt he thought she might still have been useful in some way. I can see the pity in your eyes. Keep it. His decision allowed me to become the person I am. I do
Ich
not
dachte, das wäre mein
regret
böser
that.
Blick. Ja,
Look, there's a path ahead.
ein Pfad voraus.
This anomaly looks more stable than the others. Probably less deadly, but let's not find out now.
Sag mal, so Familiengeschichten, duplizierte Admiräle und... Oh. So, und was bist du? Ein Riesendatenpad.
Generators died, no one knows why. Richard thinks it might have been the big predators. Tanae thinks she might be able to salvage some of the parts. I hope she can. She's been glaring over the remains for the last 3 hours. 2 are dead. We can't stay here. The animals know the fence won't harm them anymore. I rigged and built a new settlement in the old secondary supply bunker the Tal Shiar abandoned 20 years ago. The surviving guard has agreed to guide us there. Loyalty to the Tal Shiar fades when you've been stranded with the inmates.
Okay, so. Ich pack mal die Waffen wieder weg. Also, Sela, was ist das
Lieutenant
hier?
Yar never discussed Turkana fully. When I was older, I discovered why. She was a survivor. It is
Hab ich da
clear
was?
that her
Turkana-Vieh.
arrangement with my father was just that. Obviously, she continued that trait into her existence here. There's more.
There's another unstable anomaly.
Alles klar, dann mal rüber. Da ist noch eine Anomalie. Jupp, alle da.
The anomaly has left some of the rock in a molten state.
You
Okay,
took
ich
readings
wusste,
in
also,
orbit.
das sieht
Surely
ungesund
we
aus.
should continue looking.
Und weg damit. Ah, jetzt ist er wieder da. Hallo, Tricorder, schön dich zu sehen.
Clearly, these anomalies must be connected to your mission. Now, what?
There's a lot of interference, but I think I'm picking up a life sign. Tanae!
Go away! Leave this place!
Also das mit dem Feuern, das kann ich auch.
No, no! Please, not again! Stay away! Stay away!
Da rennt sie hin und sagt nichts mehr.
It seems your duplicate Tanae is still alive, and she isn't pleased to see you. I don't really blame her. I wasn't exactly thrilled to see you again either.
Okay.
She's run off, but there's an even larger anomaly close by.
It looks like it was a structure at one point, but I doubt any survivors would remain in a ruin like
Another
this.
temporal anomaly, and this one is larger than the last. There are temporal eddies moving through the area, and a few stable locations between them. Now, if you establish temporal stabilizers in these 3 locations, we can disperse the anomaly and get a better look at the area.
Wir rennen also, ich soll also hier hin durch die Wirbel und... Okay. Jo, meine Jungs bleiben da, wo sie sind. Das ist gut. Dann schauen wir mal. Immer schön im Wirbel bleiben. Obwohl, mal gucken. Autsch.
There's a stable pocket ahead of you. Set up the first stabilizer there.
Erst wird's blau, dann tut's weh. Ja, dann...
That's the first stabilizer. 2 more to go.
Yep. Ah, und da... Ey!
Enemy targets on sensors.
Hallo, ich bin doch jetzt im Wirbel gebildet. So, und jetzt aber, ich hoffe, das reicht jetzt. Ah, und jetzt kann ich sie...
Incredible! Dispersing the anomaly restored more than I expected. We should look for clues.
Okay, jetzt habe ich also ein Gebäude gefunden. Wo vorher nur so... Sollen das? Hä? Ja, also ich habe mich hier irgendwie festgefranst. Ich glaube, das mit der Anomalie, also ich würde hier irgendwann gerne raus. Gut, du hast dich da reingefranst, dann bleibst du auch erstmal drin. Bis gleich. Boah. Hätte er mal... Ne? Ja.
We found an
Oh, die wird ja auch noch älter.
saplings. Richard swears the same area was full of towering trees last week. He might be mistaken. We're both getting older. I thought I saw a Romulan in the brush. He was wearing a 22nd century style uniform. When I looked again, he was gone. Maybe I'm going senile. Richard insists I'm too young. While her
Gut, das kann sich, da soll sich das Seele in Ruhe ansehen. Ah, hier ist aber noch ein Pad.
shelter ruined, last tricorder gone, half our stores destroyed, 5 dead. The hunters and gatherers returned to find many dead and unconscious. I used my emergency medic training, but I was a security officer, not a doctor.
Wer ist
Quebec,
weg?
none of them can remember what happened. Without the tricorder, we can't scan the area, or for internal injuries. I suspect that there is something on the planet causing anomalies of some kind. Danae has
Und
not
Tini geht's
reacted
nicht
well.
gut.
She's been talking to herself.
Okay, Na, wie geht's denn da unten, hä? Na, ich hol dich gleich raus.
Some sort of temporal inversion happened here. Some of the rock returned to an earlier molten state, while some of the building materials aged over 200 years.
Gut, Anomalien, die sich
Anyone
gleichzeitig
standing
in
close-
2 Richtungen durch die Zeit machen, das braucht echt keiner einer. So, jetzt Zeit hier raus. Seela, wo steckt Seela? Da. Nottransport bitte für den Techniker. Nottransport kommt sofort. Hey! Sag mal, du wolltest doch jetzt nicht echt da schon wieder rein, hä?
Well, I suppose it was nice that Yar thought of me. But that doesn't change the fact that she was going to steal me away like a thief in the night. If she had truly cared, she would have stayed where she was. My father was not cruel.
Oh, also
The ender...
Over here!
Mutter, Tochter, Psycho. Davon habe ich selbst genug Drama. Das brauche ich jetzt nicht noch zwischen einer Seela und einer Tascha. Ja, wenn hier einer Drama hat, dann bin ich das gefälligst.
I'm reading another anomaly, further down the path. Tanae
Oh.
might be there.
Spinnen und dahinter Spinnen in Raumanzügen. Super.
The Tanae anomaly and its allies must be purged.
Sagt Hallo zu meinem Schwein.
That Foley and Away team must have beamed down to investigate the anomalies.
So, gucken, alles gut. Jo, pass auf, dass keiner kommt, Tani. Oh. Das ist praktisch so ein kleines Flugshuttle.
This looks to be a well-worn path. Some recent footprints here, heading the other way. They might have run into the Foley.
Spurenuntersuchung.
It seems your Vulcan passed this way recently. Perhaps the cavern mentioned Natasha's logs is nearby.
Okay. Hier ist noch.
It seems many of the refugees would be alive if it weren't for the anomalies. I wonder how many are left now.
Wir machen uns hier Sorgen um Flüchtlinge, die nicht mehr da sind und werden aber von
I'm
Spinnen
detecting signs
attackiert.
of recent habitation in this location.
Maybe we'll find more answers.
Tricorder, was sagst du?
This was some sort of dwelling up until a few months ago. If I'm reading this right, there was an explosion of tetrion particles here. A fatal one, judging by the organic residue on the walls. No one's been living here since, according to these tricorder readings.
Ich scanne und, naja. Oh, noch ein Pad.
The anomalies are temporal in origin.
Oh, Tascha, das ist...
I watched Richard wither and die before my eyes. An anomaly appeared at moments months later, he aged 100 years. We buried him this morning in the clearing.
Oh.
Today hasn't been seen in days.
Okay, und Tenay, ja gut, die haben wir gesehen. Also die wird bestimmt noch hier irgendwie rumwuseln. Seht ihr, Pat. Ja, hier. Und noch so ein Ding. Oder? Was ist das?
This is Tenay. I have agreed to report the final words of Natasha Yar and to hold this log for the future. If there is one, if it isn't here already, What? No! Focus. Focus.
Aber ich weiß nicht, was beunruhigender ist, dass ein Vulkan ja so in Panik gerät, oder?
She wished for the story of the crew of the Enterprise C to be remembered. They were brave, beyond expectation. She wished for her daughter to know that she was loved and that Natasha lived long.
Ja, sie und der Familiendrama für später. Wir müssen uns jetzt hier wirklich um das Ganze so eine Tenay finden.
I think I see movement in the bushes.
Tenay?
Hallo!
Stop following me! No, go away!
Wir können alles klar machen hier.
Dangerous.
Ich etwa nicht? Komm mit!
No, not again.
There's a new anomaly forming.
Folians!
Okay, da wird es jetzt wirklich Zeit für richtig
Purge
Ärger.
the anomaly. Purge the contaminated.
Alle Tricks raus. Lila Launefeld? Habe ich doch bestimmt auch irgendwo.
Personal shield losing power.
Ja.
Tenay, the anomalies that have been occurring were caused by decades of temporal interference. Because
I see the logic in your presence here. I am anomalous. My presence here must be sufficiently reconciled to preserve the order of things. I presume you are here to accomplish this.
Okay,
Yes,
also
I
wir,
will go
also
with
die
you.
anderen da, die Wissenschaftler, die werden sich kümmern und alles ist gut. Oh. Haben die sich anscheinend... Ah. Okay. Sich hier einen Friedhof angelegt. Ja, Natascha, ja. Okay, Sela, also...
All this time, she was here.
Ja.
I believed she was dead. Tasha believed I might come looking for her. She believed it so strongly she left logs in case. Tenay held her logs for her. This place has
Ja,
led
muss man
to
so
some
sagen, ne?
interesting
Weg hier.
revelation.
Los jetzt. Vindicta, kommen Sie bald an Bord, so, es eilt ein wenig.
looks like we beamed up just in time.
Ich frag mich seit wann
Several
ich denn
Tholian
dieses
ships are on an
Auto-
attack.
Ich mag es nicht, dass ich den Schatz da vorhin so nehme. Kein Ladeschiff ist einfach sauer, weil ich den Sticker so ein bisschen hab ja und morgens.
Something is happening. It's happening again. Another anomaly is forming.
Okay, er bringt Anomalien. Das ist mal Kacke. Was hat denn die Pastak zu erzählen?
I see you found my displaced temporal counterpart. Well done.
Jetzt haben wir zwei von denen. Ich wusste doch, irgendein Haken hat das, sonst haben wir zwei von denen hier.
An operations team is standing by on this vessel to assist with her temporal reintegration. Please beam her aboard and we will begin the process. It is possible that I may acquire a new set of memories as part of the process. A small price to pay to stabilize the timeline. As it has been said, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Or the one.
Okay, es könnte sein, dass ich einen an der Waffe kriege, aber...
I see. Having read the briefing from Starfleet Command, I find her presence here to be most logical, considering the situation. Very well. I will take custody of Sela and deliver her to a secure facility once the reintegration...
It seems our journey is at a parting of the ways once more.
Yep.
I did and I will. But I have a condition to my surrender.
Das müssen Sie mit dem Admiral besprechen. Ganz genau. Und wir sind hier endlich raus.
Tell me about my mother.
Und nach diesem Taylor-Trieser-Spoiler, dessen Realisierung schon anormal lange auf sich warten lässt, gibt's von mir den nächsten Spoiler. Hallo, hier spricht Commander Jack Ransom. Wir sind bald wieder da. Ich freue mich schon auf die nächsten großartigen Missionen. Commander Jack Ransom, jetzt an Bord der USS Giant. Ich bin bald wieder da.